All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Game two. Obviously, the Milwaukee Bucks are in a must-win situation, taking on the Boston Celtics. Giannis Antetokounmpo, for the first time, I believe, in his young career, he's in a must-win game. If the Celtics go up 2-0 on the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee Bucks, and Giannis is set to win the MVP award in a few weeks, it won't be a good look. How will the Bucks respond after a lackluster performance in Game 1? Boston just hit him in the mouth in Game 1. To start this game out, it was more of the same. Al Horford drills the three. Ball would end up in the hands of Gordon Hayward, who's going to swing this thing around. Let's get this thing over to Marcus Morris, who had a phenomenal basketball game as he drills the three. Marcus Morris is the most consistent Celtic they got. Another three, this time Al Horford to Gordon Hayward in the corner for three. Al Horford, 15 points on the night, a jam there. Boston's up early as Jason Tatum's going to get in the post. Let me get some of that. Nope, Giannis Antetokounmpo with the block. And this was the change for the Milwaukee Bucks. They got hit in the mouth in Game 1. They hit back in Game 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo down the lane and jams it home. It's 38-36 now. Giannis stopping, popping, swinging that thing around to Chris Middleton, who drills the three. Now, a lot of people will give Giannis the credit. He had 29 points, but I thought Chris Middleton was the guy who set the tone. Nice move there from Giannis, but it was Chris Middleton who got his offense going in the second quarter to give the Bucks a nice little push there. Now, Kyrie and the Celtics will respond. Beautiful fadeaway from Kyrie. He played good in the second quarter. Every other quarter, he was pretty bad. Tough shot from Uncle Drew. Now, let's keep it moving. The Celtics. Another three. This time, courtesy of Uncle Drew. Celtics go back out in front again. This was a I'll answer your run for my run type of first half as Al Horford drills a three. The Bucks, again, they got hit in the mouth in Game 1 and they did not respond. In Game 2, they were up for the challenge as Giannis with the quick drive. Now more Giannis in the lane, missing, tip in there by George Hill. Giannis just so aggressive in this game. Look at him making plays for others. Chris Middleton, I just think his offense was so instrumental in that second quarter, for the Bucks. Now, third quarter, the Bucks just hit the Celtics in the mouth, and the Celtics didn't respond. They got their game, and they just packed it in the third quarter. Bucks are going to go on listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, a 28-2 run to put this game away. Three balls good from Lopez. Now Eric Bledsoe swinging that thing in the corner to Chris Middleton, who had 28 points in the ball game. Giannis, 29 points. A big outing from them Bucks, two All-Stars. And this series, ladies and gentlemen, is tied at 1. Kyrie Irving, Terry Rozier, and Jason Tatum combined to go 8 for 38 from the field. Eric Bledsoe, a 3 there. And the Milwaukee Bucks somehow, some way, tie this thing at a game. Look at how feisty their defense was. 4 guys around Kyrie Irving. You're not making a run this game. That's all, folks. Bucks win this one by a final score, 123-102. Bucks were able to get a little bit of rest in the fourth quarter there. They didn't have to play much. This one was done dada. Just a terrible game from some of these Celtic quote-unquote stars or soon-to-be stars. Like I said, Kyrie Irving, terrible. Terry Rozier, bad. Jason Tatum, bad, man. Not enough from Jaylen Brown. Pretty much Marcus Morris and Al Horford came out and competed throughout this basketball game. They just didn't have enough help. Giannis and company, they responded. Their intensity was there. Giannis was attacking the rim, making plays. You know, in the first half, Giannis was attacking, but I felt like he wasn't making just the right play every time down. Obviously, I didn't show a lot of misses in there, but trust me, Giannis was making some plays that led to misses and turnovers. And right around that second quarter, Chris Middleton started making shots. So when Giannis was attacking, he had somebody to pass it to. And once Chris Middleton started making shots, I thought it affected Eric Bledsoe's confidence. And now when you got a couple shooters on the court, now Giannis, he's attacking the rim like he was. He was aggressive all game. But now when he's attacking, there's not this second line of defense there, right? It's him going one-on-one. And that dude the Greek Freak is pretty much unguardable one-on-one. I think that's what happened. I give Chris Middleton a crap ton of credit in this game. His ability to make shots, put pressure on that Celtics defense. Those double teams stopped coming to Giannis, and Giannis just took advantage of it, and that's how we end up at a game apiece. Again, Celtics got their one. They didn't need to. They got their one. They've stolen home court from the number 1 seed. All right, that's enough for them. They got games 3 and 4 in their home court. You know that thing's gonna be rocking in Boston. And hey, we got a great 2 games coming up. I'm so excited. See where this series ends up. I would imagine it's probably gonna be tied at 2. I expect a split, and then we'll probably get to a best of 3 out of these 2 phenomenal ball clubs. I am so happy for basketball. This is great, ladies and gentlemen. I expect these games to go down to the wire in Boston, right? I expect these games to go down to the wire in Boston. I don't think Boston was as good as they looked in game 1, and I don't think Milwaukee was as good as they looked in game 2. They just so happen to be at home. I think games 3 and 4, we'll see more of what these teams really are, right? I think that's what we'll see, and I expect good basketball to be played, and I'm happy. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Giannis and Chris Middleton combined for 57 points as the Bucks blow out the Boston Celtics in game 2. We are tied at a game apiece in the Eastern Conference semifinals. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Mr. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.